The rest of the sit-down interview between Matthew Stafford and Alex Smith tomorrow night on Monday Night Countdown at 6 Eastern as we welcome Adam back to talk a little OBJ. Randy, I know you actually talked on the phone with Odell for a while this week. Ooh. What stood out to you most?
Well, I think just being able to talk to him for almost a whole hour, just listening to him talk about how bad he just wanted to go and play for a Super Bowl, talking about how much he's matured over the years, some of the things that bothered him in Cleveland that he left in Cleveland, and now just his decision to be a L.A. Ram. So the conversation was a great conversation. I'll probably share a little bit more tomorrow, just being able to see him on the field. But I think just him getting with Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay, and this offense with a wide receiver that's already proven in Cooper Kupp, I look for some good things coming out of L.A. with OBJ.
Now, this is a player we all want to see play football. I mean, when he does it as a high level, I mean, it is excitement. In the NFL, it's just a better place, and I want to see it. And he has everything he wants now. I mean, he got to choose. It's Los Angeles. He's got a quarterback. He's got a coach. He's got a system that he's got to learn. And unfortunately, he had an injury that also needs that now they need him even more. Because I don't know how I felt about this pre-Woods injury. I was like, man, do they even really need him? But post-Woods injury, it doesn't get more perfect for him. All right, unfortunately, Robert Woods, a great player we all love also, you know, he's lost for the season. But Odell comes in, and you got a great shot here, and I just want to see him do well. And let's see if he can put everything that he's wanted. I've got the quarterback now. I've got the city I want to live in. I've got a great situation. Let's see what he makes of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got big shoes to fill, ironically, with Robert Woods. I mean, yes, Rex, I should let you talk. You know more about Robert Woods than any of us. I mean,
yeah, Robert Woods. You're right, Matt. I mean, this is one of the, one of the best competitors I've ever coached, and a hell of a football player, but a better guy. He does the dirty work and all that. Odell Beckham's not going to replace Robert Woods. I can guarantee you that. All right, because Robert Woods does all of that stuff. He blocks, he does all that. I'm saying blocks defensive ends, not just, guys. Odell's a great player, competitive, all that. But he doesn't block D ends. He doesn't do those kind of dirty jobs and things. But Odell also is, he's hurt, guys. All right, I'm going to say this. The Rams right now are worse at receiver than they were last week. Okay? They lose Robert Woods. They gain Odell Beckham, but you lose Robert Woods and you lose Deshaun Jackson. So that's what I'm going to say with that statement. And I love Odell Beckham.
Sean McVay didn't automatically say that Odell Beckham Jr. was playing on Monday night when they first got him. But now with Robert Woods' injury, you can bank on it. Odell Beckham Jr. will be out there. They've talked about the idea of him even returning punts. I don't know how you would have reacted back in the day if somebody had told you would be returning punts. But he may be considered as a punt returner. And they're going to need him to do a variety of things right now. Odell did, in a 24-hour span from being a luxury to being a necessity there in Los Angeles. And no one ever would have thought that, but that's exactly the case. And this is exactly what he's wanted. When he wanted to be traded in New York, he wanted Los Angeles. The Rams did a lot of work into Odell a few years ago. Now, with him being able to choose for the first time, you would know this better, I think he wanted to be there. From the time he spoke to Sean McVay, Los Angeles was the place he wanted.
Yeah, he wanted to be in L.A., but does he want to play football? Like, that's the biggest question that I have. I hear these things like, well, we don't know if he's going to play Monday night. Why not?
He's playing.
Get out there. There's a football game. Like, when we grew up, there's a football game wherever it is. Like, I'm there. It could be in the parking lot, okay? Right. Like, let's go. So, like, the fact that there was any question, I hope there was no question. I hope he's expecting to play. You can tag it. Randy, you know, a new receiver shows up to your team, you tag their route. It's not that difficult. Trips right, something over here, X, slant, X, comeback, X, go, X, slant and go. It's like you can find a way to game plan around that. So if there was ever any doubt that he was playing, that would concern me. That would make me feel like, do you want to play football or do you want to be in L.A.? So I hope it's not true. I hope that he's dying to do both, play football in L.A. But that's just, again, I read that on Twitter, so who knows? But come on.
Just by speaking to him, he wants to get back to playing football. He wants to get back to being dominant. And to your point, you're talking about a guy like Robert Woods being off. You made a great point. When you're the backside receiver, you're able to tag that guy. But with Robert Woods going down for the rest of the season, maybe Odell Beckham's role is going to pick up in a short week. So I'm just anxious to see how they're going to call this offense. How will he fit in this scheme? Will he be the single receiver, or will they put him over there with the multiple receiver? because if they put him over there with multiple receivers, he has to know what he's doing, and that's something to watch for Monday night.
And he's smart enough. Like he's had enough coordinators. Like that part of it, the knowing what to do part of it, wouldn't concern me at all. I was just saying from like the X's and O's. If someone was asking me the question, could he fit into a game plan in this amount of time? I think absolutely yes would be my answer to that.
Well, he's starting off on the biggest stage with very high expectations, like you said, high or big shoes to fill. I think the question for a lot of people is this it for Odell? Because if it doesn't work here when he got everything he wanted, where would it work? So pressure is on for Odell in this game on Monday night. We will be there, of course, on Monday Night Football. You can check that out. And when I say we, I mean Randy is the one that has to travel to that game.
Hey, you'll be with me, won't you?
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.